whole evening prayer and the service that we're going to do. And so the rest we will do the same as we have the other weeks, and we'll explain as we go. Welcome to worship. Jesus Christ, you are the light of the world. The light of the darkness has overcome. Stay with us now, for it is evening, and the day is almost over. Let your light scatter the darkness, and shine within your glory. Joyous light of heavenly glory, loving Lord of praise, you sing creation's story, shine on every land and praise. Now as evening falls around us, we shall raise our songs to you. Fire daybreak, fire shadows, come and light our hearts anew. In the stars that break the darkness, in the blazing sun of dawn, in the light of peace and wisdom, we can hear your quiet song. Love that lives the night before them, love that holds the weary soul, love that lifts all chains asunder, set us free and make us whole. You who made the heaven's splendor, every dancing of the night, make a sign with gentle justice, let us each reflect your light. Mighty God of all creation, gentle Christ who lights our way, loving Spirit, preservation, lead us on to heaven's day. May God be with you all, and also with you. Let us sing our thanks to God. It is right to give God thanks and praise. Blessed are you, Creator of the universe. From whom you have led your people through the night and day. May the night make your darkness bright. Through your love and your presence and the light of your praise, and you are the light of creation. My prayer rise up, like incense before you, and to love of my hands as offering to you. Oh God, I call to you, come to me now, oh hear
deep in my heart may the light of your love be burning bright. Let my prayer rise up like incense before you, the lifting up of my hands as an offering to you. All praise to the God of all, creator of life, all spirit and the spirit of love. Let my prayer rise up like incense before you.
May our prayers come before you, O God, as incense, and may your presence surround and fill us, so that in union with all creation we might sing your praise and your love in our lives. Amen. So we're going to continue with your extra handout, which has the Magnificat in 3 different translations. And I did some etymology work since our last discussion last week when we were talking about, what is it? Is it magnify? What is that first word? Proclaim? Soul lifts up. There are different words that each translation uses. And the Greek word is to make great, increase, extol, or magnify. It's found 8 times in the New Testament that Greek word is used. And in almost all of those cases, except for one, it is translated as magnify. So I found that interesting. And it comes from the root word megas, which means to literally or figuratively make great or large, exceeding, abundant, high, mighty, perfect, or strong. So, and then when the Hebrew word for it is used in the Hebrew Bible, it's almost always translated as magnify there as well, except for in some cases as enlarged. So just an interesting thing about that word. And it is about God, speaking about God, not necessarily to God. So I do find it interesting that some of our translations made that change. Whereas I think the NRSV version is more in line with the original Greek. And then today, actually, one of my colleagues sent this article, and it had this, he wrote this in the email with it, which was very timely for us. He said the name Mary was derived from the ancient Hebrew name Miriam, which Miriam was Moses' sister. And this name may have come from a root meaning of beloved, or a word meaning bitter or rebellious. So a reference to the biblical Miriam's experience being enslaved in Egypt. And he said, I like rebellious as the etymology for Mary, which could be translated as troublemaker. I do like that, rebellious. And then I was thinking more of the time period that Mary was in and what was happening in the world around her as she sang this song. And so she was unwed, right? She was engaged to Joseph, but they were not yet married. And so for her to be pregnant and not married could have led her to being stoned as being an adulteress. So that's kind of what was on the line for her and announcing that she was pregnant. And the Reverend Carolyn Sharp wrote this: don't envision Mary as the radiant woman peacefully composing the Magnificat. Instead, see her as a girl who sings defiantly to her God through her tears, fist clenched against an unknown future. And then Dietrich Bonhoeffer, in an Advent sermon in 1933, he said this: the Song of Mary is the oldest Advent hymn. It is at once the most the wildest, one might even say the most revolutionary Advent hymn ever sung. This is not the gentle, tender, dreamy Mary whom we sometimes see in paintings. This song has none of the sweet, nostalgic, or even playful tones of some of our Christmas carols. It is instead a hard, strong, inexorable song about the power of God and the powerlessness of humankind. And there was an article in the Washington Post, which I sent to some of you, and others of you wanted to let me know, that said it might not feel like good news to me, Mary's song exactly, as someone who is neither hungry nor poor, but Mary and her song are good news for my neighbors, both locally and globally, who continue to be crushed under a world that thrives on exploitation and injustice. And so while she's singing the song and risking being stoned for being an adulteress, Joseph, we're told, had the thought that he would just not marry her and hopefully save her from that stoning. Which I'm not sure that would happen, but then after he had that thought, the angel appeared to him and said, no, it is God for why she is pregnant. So he said, okay, I'll still marry her anyway. And then Herod the Great was in reign while Mary was pregnant. He's the one that built all the massive buildings. He's the one that restored the Second Temple. So he was really into having these massive buildings be built, and that was what his reign was about. And he built those buildings through taxation, through massive burdens of taxation. And so, actually, the part of the Second Temple was the Wailing Wall that still stands. That's like the last piece that stands, and that's from Herod the Great's reign. But it would be then his son, Herod Antipas, that would be responsible for Jesus' crucifixion and the beheading of John the Baptist. So, Herod the Great is the one who was so threatened by Jesus' power that, of course, he sent all the baby boys to be murdered so that Jesus could not take his power. So that's kind of what the historical context that Mary gives these words. So tonight we'll look at the last translation from the Voice. So I'll read it through once and then we can discuss what stuck out, what we're thinking about as we hear these words. Mary, my soul lifts up the Lord, my spirit celebrates God, my liberator. For though I am God's humble servant, God has noticed me. Now and forever I will be considered blessed by all generations. For the Mighty One has done great things for me. Holy is God's name. From generation to generation, God's loving kindness endures for those who revere God. God's arm has accomplished mighty deeds. The proud in mind and heart God has sent away in disarray. The rulers from their high positions of power God has brought down low. And those who are humble and lowly God has elevated with dignity. The hungry God has filled with fine food. The rich God has dismissed with nothing in their hands. To Israel, God's servant, God has given help, as promised to our ancestors, remembering Abraham and his descendants and mercy forever. What words or phrases stuck out to you in this translation?
Well, I'm going to refer to a more big picture issue, in that there's this contrast between God accomplishing mighty deeds and taking care of those who revere God and punishing everybody else. And that reminds me, a lot of the Psalms have that structure as well. And so the Psalms are Psalms also meant to be memorized. And so this is sort of following the same structure as the Psalms, and I don't know if that was intentional, leave that way by Luke or not.
Right. Yeah. Interesting. She would have known the Psalms too, right? This was something she
I presume so.
Right. Yeah.
You should have.
Yeah. What about for other people? Anything stick out differently in this, or elevated with dignity stuck out to me first. Anyone else have things that stuck out or?
Yeah, their part stuck out to me too. I don't really see this as historical, but that more reflects about what's going on in the early Christians. So it shows they were outcast slaves, people who were old, peasants, like Jesus, or
Yeah.
just were still living.
I know, right? It does, like, she does say these things in past tense, as if they've happened, right? Which translation did you like the best? Which one felt like it fit your understanding of Magnificat?
I think the NRSV has the bit of the
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's the one I'm used to, so that biases that response.
Yes, right. And it does something to interrupt that rhythm of how we're always used to hearing it, right? So, yes.
It doesn't hurt you very in a good way.
Yeah, yeah. I think the inclusive translation does the same things also. Very musical as the voices shout up into crows. Right. Right. Yeah, the voice translation was new to me. I have not seen it before. Right in the middle. Kind of like a script of sorts that people are actually speaking.
Yeah.
Hear these words one more time from the voice and then we're going to sing Martin Howell's translation. Mary says, "My soul lifts up the Lord, my spirit celebrates God, my lips
Watch this.
for though I'm God's humble servant, God
Let's get some water.
now and forever I will be considered blessed by all generations. For the mighty one has done great things for me, holy is God's name.
Let's get some water.
Okay, let me start this and then we can get the water, okay? You see, Sam. God's arm has accomplished mighty deeds, the proud in mind. It's this camera. God has sent away in disarray. And then that's Sally. And that's Michael. You see? Who's this?
That's Mama. And I see fruit there. That's hole.
You're so smart. Israel, God's servant, God has given help.
Okay, when the music starts, we'll go get water, okay?
Abraham,
Okay.
descendants, and mercy forever.
Okay, ready to go get water? Ready to get water? goes there.
Watch. We gotta change this. Watch right here. Right here. You see that? You want to press it? Oops, right here. Oh, there's Mama. Look.
Great and merciful God, source and ground of all goodness and
Well
light,
done.
give to your people the peace that passes all understanding and the will to live your gospel of mercy and justice through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen.
God, remember us in your love and teach us to pray. Our Mother and Father in heaven.
I want to get off.
Okay, just wait until as soon as Mama's done talking, we'll go downstairs, okay?
I'm ready to go upstairs.
How old are you? Are you this many? Are you 3?
Mm-hmm.
You're 3.
And my birthday is on.
In October.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Are you
October.
gonna be 4
Yeah,
or
4.
3?
4.
Let me change this. Look at this. Look. Check this out. Wow! This is it. She's singing this part.
And then it can be all
Who's
done.
there? Is that Sally singing?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. She's such a good singer, huh? Is she a good singer?
This is the end.
This is the end. Okay, watch.
I apologize for the distraction tonight. If you would like a copy of my notes, I can happy to email those to you.
And you too.
We go in
Mama.
All right. We finished.